All right, there we go. We got the XDJ-AZ. Here we go. All right, I think everybody wants to see this part. Let's turn it on. Beautiful. We got the brand new Alpha Theta logo over here, and it's booting up. All right, first thing we got to talk about will be what we see over here. All right, from the first look that we see, we can tell that this is a mimic or the exact same thing as what you get on the brand new DJM-A9. First thing that shows me will be the channel select. All right, we have the channel select, and then let's see what we have similar. The sound color effects. All right, it's over here. We have all your knobs, pretty much the same as the DJM-A9, but all right, there's this one new button. What is this? We got the mixer setting. Let's click on it. All right, so here we have the whole mixer that's being shown. And what do we have over here? So everything that we used to have on a mixer right now is built in the screen. Let's start off with this one. All right, the crossfader curve and also the channel fader curve, as well as the crossfader assign. This used to be physical buttons over here, but now it's no longer here, but everything is under your mixer settings. All right, same goes for your headphones. You have the stereo, mono split, and also what is this? Link preview volume. Yes, let's move down. If you can see, we have this button similar to what I mentioned earlier, the XDJ-RX3, where you have a link queue. All right, and then let's see what we have. Mic settings. Mic settings are over on the screen right now, where you still have the feedback reducer, where it was about somewhere around here on the XDJ-XZ, but now it's built into the screen. All right, next we have the recording settings. All right, I think we all know that recording settings on the XZ and also the RX3 was just on USB 2, but right now you can use both on USB 1 and USB 2. Right, and of course, to select your channel, your input select on the deck 3 and also the deck 4 is up in the screen as well. Now we move on to the jog side. All right, or should we call it the player? All right, first we're going to talk about what we see on the left hand side over here, which is the mic input. First thing noticeable will be the switch. What used to be a physical switch is now just a button where you turn on and turn off, or when you see a line like this, it is push, hold, and it starts blinking. It's supposed to start blinking. Oh no, yes, it's supposed to be. Yeah, there we go, blinking, and it's where you push to talk. All right, we still have the talk over and pretty much the same EQs you see here, and also your level. All right, let's move down. Moving down, we see right now we have access to deck 1 and deck 3. And if we move over to the other side, we have deck 2 and deck 4. So right now we can control all 4 decks just from this jog. Wow, this jog feels very familiar. All right, this jog wheel right now feels exactly like the one from the CDJ-3000. Very smooth, very nice, very demure. All right, and what we have over here is similar as the CDJ-3000. So like we mentioned earlier, this is the baby of a CDJ-3000. Right now, XZ, the RX3, and also the DJM-A9. All right, the more we play around with it, the more we can tell it is the best of every equipment out there, and combined into the AZ. Right, moving on. Right now, they have also changed the buttons for the loop in and loop out, where it used to be a full orange. Right now it has a black, what do you call it? Just additional black button over it, right? And we move down, we have this similar from the 3000, the beat jump, the slip reverse, and right now we have something else. Of course, we know that we have the shift, but you see this pad info. This is what happens when you double click. You change the mode on the display that is on the jog. Alright, moving down. Everything else seems pretty much similar except one thing over here. Right, all these buttons are pretty familiar, but the gate cue comes from the RX3, whereas you have the beat loop, key shift, and also the beat jump 2 that is below. Moving on to the tempo slider. What used to be a tempo slider that has a lot of lines to indicate you is now very minimal and only dots at the side right here. How does it feel? Feels exactly the same as it used to be. Alright, moving up, this is what we always have: master tempo, your tempo range, and this key sync. Where have you seen this? This is also on the CDJ 3000. Moving up, we have the vinyl mode and also the CDJ mode if you turn it off, and everything here seems pretty much familiar. Alright, what do we have next? So that is pretty much similar on this side, on the left side, which is the deck 1, and also on the deck 2. Okay, moving up to here, we still have the EQ isolators, which is placed on top below your master. Alright, which is your master level is over here, and we have your booth level over here. Pretty similar to what we have on the XDJ-XZ. And moving on to the USB ports, we have USB port 1 and also USB port 2 right over here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we see on the first look as we turn it on. Right now, we're gonna go a little bit more in depth, which is gonna be when we plug in a pen drive, play some music, and see what can this baby do. Alright, let's see what do we have. We first have the mic inputs, which we have mic 1, mic 2, and then we have channel 3, channel 4, where you can put in a line of phono. That means you can connect either an additional CDJ or you can actually put some turntables. Alright, moving on. We have the signal ground, that's when you have turntables. And then you have your master output, master 2, and then you have master 1. Alright, moving on to this part. Here we have two additional things, which is the USB port has been changed to USB-C, and we have a link. Right, moving on to the front where we plug in our headphones. That is similar. We have two different sizes for the jacks, but beside it we have the sonic link. And if you guys are familiar with the Alpha Theta Wave 8 speaker, you guys already know what the sonic link is. And for this particular controller, you can connect the brand new F10 headphones, which has the sonic link, but you don't need to use the transmitter. So the transmitter is already built into the XDJ-AZ. Now we've moved in to plugging in a pen drive, and this is the beautiful thing about the new AZ. Alright, when we plug in a pen drive, you have access to your local library, which is the songs that's in here. You have access to a cloud, which is songs that you stored in your Google Drive, and you have the Beatport link. So we have connected the account. We're going to show you on Beatport. Alright, so here we notice, let's just find something, let's just get some DJ tools. It's loading, and there we go. So as I mentioned before, when we have the LAN cable link in, right, that it allows you to connect to the internet, or you can also use the built-in Wi-Fi that is in the controller. All right, and the other part of the connectivity, which will be, as you can see on top of here, we have Wi-Fi connected, and right there we have Bluetooth. All right, Bluetooth is very similar to what we have on the Omnis Duo and also the Opus Quad, where you can send sound in or you can Bluetooth out to Bluetooth speakers as well. So that's what we have on the connectivity over here. All right, let's just load a song. We're gonna take one song from let's go back to here. Let's get this. Let's get a beat going. It loads. you go in, and this is the beautiful part of this controller right now. As I mentioned earlier, we have deck 1, deck 3, deck 2, deck 4. Right now we can all load it right here. Back then we only have 1 and 2. Right now we have 1, 2, 3 and 4. Alright, so we can have 4 decks running on this controller at one particular time. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 that has songs going on at one time. So we can load it like this. I'm going to load it to load deck 1. We have it up here, so it takes a little bit based on it's loading. All right, we have it, and then let's just put it up and let's play. All right, we can also load the same track over to deck 3. So we don't see it here, but when I swap it to deck 3 over here like this, we actually see it now. And deck 3, bring it up. Alright, you can also see it here, deck 3. Very cool. Right, let's stop this one on deck 3. Let's go to deck 1. Let's focus on deck 1. Alright, moving on to what we see on the screen right here. As you can see, we have now what it is your preview of what it is active on your performance pad modes here, right here. So if I'm going to change this, alright, see if I added 1, add this, it also shows over here. Alright, let's stop the music, and if I change it to beat loop, as you guys can see, it's going to show you what it is. Beat loop, the value of it. We go to slip loop, which value, and also beat jump, so you can jump 4 beats or reverse or go back 4 beats. Alright, and if it's a similar thing, if I click it again, it's going to go into beat jump 2, which shows a different value. This is very similar to what we have on the XDJ-RX3, right? You have the preview of what the performance pads are showing and what the features that you can use on the performance pads, right? Okay, we are going into the menu. All right, so press and hold. Everything else is pretty much the same. We got the browse, the tag list, playlist, and also your search button. But when we go into menu, there is a whole lot of things that we're gonna mention. All right, so this is pretty much the standard stuff that we always get on the previous models, which is from the eject or load lock, the quantize, beat value, hot cue auto load, hot cue color, so on and so forth. And then we have the mixer, which is everything all the way to the bottom. All right, as you can see, sonic link, that's the high thing to highlight on this controller. And then we have the audio input, we have all of these settings, and then we have your display settings, where your waveform, current position, waveform divisions, and all of that. And I mentioned earlier, we have network, so we have Wi-Fi and Ethernet, right? So if you have a cable, a LAN cable, you can just plug it in and get direct internet. And this is Bluetooth. So we click in Bluetooth, we can turn on the whole Bluetooth setting. We can Bluetooth out our audio, and general will be language, screensaver, power management, restore defaults, serial number, and license, and also the version, which is the brand new one, which is running on 1.01. All right, so performing on the AZ, and also showing you in-depth review of when we use it with pen drives, which is record box, or if we plug in our laptop or computer and you go in and use either record box DJ or Serato. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the next video that we will show you a performance on both record box DJ and also your Serato. I'm very excited to see what can the AZ do for everyone and how it's gonna be the game changer. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, the brand new XDJ-AZ by Alpha Theta. This is the first unboxing and the first look, and what do we see that is different from inside and outside, the connectivity, and also the features and functions that we have on the XDJ-AZ. Stand by, stay tuned for the next video that we're going to come out, where I am going to be performing on this. We're going to play some music from my pen drives, also from Recordbox DJ, and definitely also from Serato DJ. Alright, we'll see you in the next video. My name is Julian from DJ's Playground. See you in the next one.